Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie, and today's video is going to be another one in my Christmas decor series. Today we're going to be talking about my top DIYs for my Christmas decor this year, 2023. So let's get right into it. As you can see, my theme this year is very neutral, lots of browns, tans, golds, bows. I wanted it to be kind of cozy, cabiny, there's lots of different descriptive words, and some things you just can't find when you're out in the store, or you find them and they're way expensive. So you realize, okay, maybe I'm gonna have to figure this out myself and make my own version. So the first thing I want to talk about is a DIY that I did early on in the season, duping this, I think World Market sells it, maybe Amazon. It's basically a rod with bells hanging from it, like antique bells. And I was like, I could do that. I don't need to pay over $100 for that. So I ended up making my own version, and it's in a little like cutout niche in our hallway. We have like a short bookshelf there with some decor on it. I ended up having the perfect gold curtain rod that I had thrifted a while back that fit that size just absolutely perfectly, and I was so excited. As far as the bells that are hanging on the rod, I just hung it up as if I was hanging up curtains, exactly the same way, but I strung on the bells from the craft section at Hobby Lobby, so not the decor section, but the Christmas crafts. Still 50% off, so a super inexpensive DIY, and something that I think looks just like the inspiration picture for way less. In that same little cutout niche bookshelf area, I also have a Santa DIY. So I will insert the picture of what he looked like when I found him at the thrift store versus the stone-like look that I gave him. And I think it turned out so well. I used a mixture of chalk paint and acrylic paint just to give him an overall like stone look. And I'm so happy with how it looks. I think he's something that I could put out for years and years. Beforehand, he looked a little creepy, but now I think he looks super high-end, and I love this DIY. Now moving on to our living room, it would not be complete if I did not talk about something crochet, because I've been obsessed with crochet this year. I decided to crochet 4 different color stockings for us this year. One for me, one for my husband, and then we have 2 cats. So of course they each get one as well. So I wanted to do sort of an ombre look on the fireplace. So I did a dark chocolate brown, more of a like milk chocolate brown, and then a tan. I'm looking at them now, a tan and a cream. So they are by no means perfect and by no means the same. I just kind of used the yarn I had and made it work. So some of them are a little bit bigger than others. Some are a little closer weave. It just depends on really the yarn that I used, but I'm really happy with the result. And then when I put them on the fireplace, I hung one of those same craft bells from Hobby Lobby off of each of the stocking holders, and I just think it totally completes the look. So even though this isn't a like look for less DIY, it's one of my favorites, and it's something that we can have forever. So I'm very happy with my crochet stockings. Also in our living room, this was probably my most ambitious DIY in a while, but really it came together fairly quickly. I made my own North Pole Mail Santa mailbox. So I had this idea. I was like, hey, I think that would look really cool in the corner over there to have like a mailbox that you can send letters to Santa in. And I actually printed out some like fake little mail letters and envelopes that say like North Pole on them and all that are in a basket on my shelf next to it. But I absolutely love the way that this Santa mailbox turned out, and all I used was foam core and poster board from Dollar Tree and then hot glue. So I used for the sides of it the foam core, and then I used the poster board because it's a little more like malleable. I used that for the actual like arch part of the mailbox, and then just hot glue. And the whole thing was black. I used black poster board and foam core, and then I used one whole tube of antique gold rub and buff to give it that like antique look. I cut out the front as far as like the North Pole mail, and I just think it came together so well. It's something that I probably won't keep after the season because it's going to be hard to store. But now that I know how to make it, and I've made it once, I feel like I could absolutely recreate it years down the line for whatever kind of you know, theme and decor style I'm going for that year. I do have two more colorful DIYs I wanted to talk about. So my placemat pillows that are on our bed, I absolutely love. I made those out of just two Dollar Tree woven placemats and some hot glue, and then I just stuffed them because it's not something that I think I'm going to keep, you know, forever, so it didn't need to be sewn together. I easily could have sewn it together, but I was like, I'm just gonna hot glue it. It's not like we're putting our head on them, they're just for decor in our bedroom. So I made two of those, so two placemats each. So for $5, I have two new pillows for the Christmas season. In our bathroom, I went with kind of a Santa theme. You will see that in my home tour for Christmas decor this year, but I had these green ceramic rain boots that looked like a pot. I think they were from the Target dollar spot a couple years ago. My sister actually found them in her decor. She was going through bins and she had multiple, and I was like, I think one of those was mine. But regardless, I thought, oh my gosh, perfect opportunity, because I don't need them in the dark green, to paint them to look like Santa boots, because I had seen some Santa boot like vases and stuff. So I went ahead and chalk painted those black and then white around the rim as if it was like a fur trim, and then used the same antique gold rub and buff just to paint the little squares to look like buckles. And I love it. I think it looks like something you could get at like Anthropologie or Pottery Barn for way more expensive than free, because I didn't even know I had it. The last two items on my list of my favorite DIYs for Christmas decor this year, one of them I don't have here with me, but I do have a picture when I made it. This was early on in the season as well. I made a gingerbread house pillow for my sister. It was just something that we had been out shopping and she had seen a couple she liked, but just couldn't really commit to them. So I thought, I have some brown corduroy fabric, and I did actually sew that pillow together with some stuffing, and then I just hot glued with some white like fuzzy yarn that you can get from Dollar Tree actually. I just hot glued that onto the front of the pillow in a way that it looked like a gingerbread house, and I think it turned out really cute. She likes it, so that's all that matters. If I did it again, I would probably do a little less stuffing because it got a little wonky, but still, it's homemade and it's a gift. So I'm super excited with how it came out at the end, and to show her, it was really fun. And then my final DIY for this video that I want to discuss is actually something I will be doing all throughout the month of December up until Christmas. Instead of an elf on the shelf or my makeup advent like I did last year, I wanted to do something more similar to elf on the shelf, but my own version. So of course, I came up with Gnome around the home. So I introduce you to our little mascot for the Christmas season. This is Gnomeo. I crocheted him. Isn't he adorable? And you'll have to stay tuned on my Instagram, which I will leave down below, because I'll be posting him in different spots, just sitting around the house, Gnome around the home for December. So I think it'll be really fun to kind of showcase some of my decor, but also just show him in different spots every day. So this is Gnomeo. Get used to him. Okay, editing Maddie here. I completely forgot that I filmed these two DIYs. So I did make, with a triangle piece of wood, this little tree. And I also painted this Santa. He was like a bright red. We made him neutral. All right, everyone, that is all for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing some of my favorite DIYs for the Christmas season. This is, of course, not all the things I've DIY'd for this season, but definitely my favorites. And I hope you guys stay tuned for future videos. I want to do some tours of different places in the house. I want to show you my art room tree, which I finally got done the other night. So just stay tuned on the channel, subscribe, and you'll be in for a lot of Christmas decor coming very soon. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you in the next video. Bye!